So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start up. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
Come on.
Skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Taken in at the 11. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, no.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mills. That's complete to Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a handoff for Pierce. 114 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Gets past one man. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after one. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Mills to throw for it on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give left side to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right, and he'll be out right at the 35. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Lawrence going to take it himself. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great blocking on the return and springs him for 25. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Damian Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No.
Okay.
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, It's not just the idea that he's going to run the
touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. From midfield now, Lawrence. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Forced out to his left. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
Give it back. Give it back. Okay, let's just give it back. 9.
Brandon, that's the 3rd
How about that?
So
Let's go.
This game, and you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it,
let's go, Mills.
The defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh my goodness, 3 or more.
I'm gonna take a shot here.
It just doesn't make any sense, does it?
1-on-1, Messi.
For them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Here we go.
Downfield, and he bats it away, and it
that was 1-on-1, Dan.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down.
Oh, touchdown. Woo, that run game, boy. Texans, baby. Let's go.
Three first-half touchdowns. And the Texans
Got him.
continue to roll.
That boy Pierce hit that hole, it was over.
Continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And all deep in his own
Got him again.
He coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Let's go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 218 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 9, 2nd and about a yard. Looking to throw is Mills. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the
Big mistake. My bad.
They'll take over at the 10.
We'll get it back.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A give to ETN running right, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And take it right on the 30. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And quickly, they get to the line. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play fake. Mills rolling to his right. This ball caught by Mechie. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Mills. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Titans on top as that one.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So here are the Texans to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. He'll buy some time right. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Got him.
And he's got room. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Pierce. 56 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Here comes the Jags offense now, time for their first possession of half number 2. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Lawrence will throw. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Taking it about the 16. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Texans will take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, 24 yards. And the Texans extend their lead yet again. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got
Lawrence hit and the ball is free, and the Texans scoop it. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring.
Touchdown, Texans! Kyle Pitts, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Texans scoop it.
These fools can't hold on to the ball.
At the 31-yard line.
Thank you.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Mills. He's got Fuller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limited.
And now look at this. Big game.
Coming.
Fumble. And the Texans scoop it.
Knew I was going to get it.
And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. Now Lawrence to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 3, second and a yard. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans
that boy a monster.
Damian Pierce, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better.
All right, I'm about to pull up my starters now because I don't want nobody getting hurt.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one
9 points to
away.
do it.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
Jaguars still trash on him.
Spot here, CD. You trail him by double digits.
Got this on all man. No, man, but I'll
they're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. That is in.
Man, that screen stuff ain't working no more, dude. Come on, man.
More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Texans
got him again.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground.
honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Oh, we going for that.
There for 7 yards.
A running game been a beast.
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the
Come on,
first
man.
down yardage.
I
As
got a
he
running
takes it
game.
down to the 16.
Got a running game now, baby.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this
Thought I was
game.
getting solved. I know I'll never see 100 points
We have been
again.
disappointed in watching their
In
execution
Madden
throughout
22.
this contest.
Till I face the Jags. Ha ha! Wrong. Everybody else been giving me a good game, but this game.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
All right, I got you. Do that play again.
Out of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
I told you. Do it again. I told you. Do it again.
Steven Nelson. And
Do it again.
Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest, but now another
Mister, you ain't got a touchdown?
defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Oh, I can get the 400-yard mark, huh?
Before it's all said and done.
You know I don't like Jacksonville. I ain't resting my starters. It's only week 5.
1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game,
Look at
they've been
Levy.
satisfied with what he's given
The
them.
beard.
Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've
Levy
turned
say,
to.
come on, let's go,
Doesn't matter
guys.
what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another carry for Pierce. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen.
There you go, Mitchie. Gotcha, baby.
Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Jaguars back with it on offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And they'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
But despite the completion,
Screens ain't gonna work, partner. You gotta come up with something better than the screen.
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to
Nah, partner. Nah, I told you I was waiting on that one. Waiting on it. Stingley. Stingley. Waiting on that. I told you I was gonna get you. Let's go. I'm back.
A feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the
You know, damn Deshaun Watson. What the hell?
All of them are going to take chances.
We good.
That one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit.
Got him again? Come on, man. Y'all got to do better than that. Come on, man. Really?
And they will score a pick 6.
Let's go.
Texans TD.
But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other.
Let's go.
Every play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down
Pull him
at
up.
the 19. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
That screen ain't working, dog. Y'all got to come up with something better than that. Come on, man.
What's good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from
Shutting it down,
so
shutting it down.
They're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
At this point in the game,
Funny, baby. Give me my ball back. Good game, guys. Let's get up out of here. Take the 5-0 record.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
For the most points ever in Madden on here.
This is taken at the 23.
Come on, Messi. Don't get hurt. Run to the sidelines.
He's got this almost.
Should be a flag, bruh. I was going to the sideline. That should be a flag. All right. Call off the dogs. Newton in. Peterson in. Call the dogs off.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And
that boy still in there.
Field and inside the 45. 10
Still in that dragon niggas, boy.
First down. They go again with Pierce. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Peterson gets the call.
Got him. There you go. He still got that burst. Peterson still got that burst. The free agent pickup, Adrian Peterson.
8 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So a big run for AP, and when you look at the total package, everyone knows the level of player he's been in this league, but what really impresses you about Adrian Peterson?
I have to go back to the nickname his father gave him, which is AD, which stands for all day, because he never stopped. Morning, noon, night, and that's how he plays the game. No plays over. He always tries to finish things, and he thinks that each and every run he makes is going to take him all the way to the end zone.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On 4th down, Newton. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious
that boy mad. Look at him. That boy mad.
And so far, they haven't met their
you
match.
suck. You suck. You suck. Got that boy mad.
You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard.
And now look at this. Big
those guys is trash.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
They've been fumbling all game. Y'all trash.
As they say,
I gave y'all a wide open. Look at Cam. I gave Cam a job, y'all. Nobody wanted him, but I signed him. Backup Mills.
They're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get you one, Cam.
The option to start the drive.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Need 3 more yards to get it 400.
To the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling.
Got him. Got him. Got him.
And he will get into the
Trust him.
end zone